I'd like to welcome you to the Graduate Programs Award Banquet. As you can tell, dinner is being served, and I encourage you to continue to enjoy your food as we begin our program. I am joined today by several members of our administration and many of your faculty, advisors, and mentors. We are honored to be here with you this evening and to recognize and to bestow awards to a number of individuals for their academic excellence and service to the OSU Center for Health Sciences. Before we get started with the awards portion of our program, we have a number of special guests who would like to share some brief remarks with you. I would like to now welcome President Casey Strum to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Benjamin. It's a pleasure to be here with you this evening. Graduation is one of our favorite times of year where we get to pause and celebrate you and all that you've achieved in the short time that you've been with us. Student success is at the heart of all that we do at the OSU Center for Health Sciences. This evening, we have the opportunity to recognize a number of you who have excelled both inside and outside of the classroom. Congratulations to all of you on reaching this special milestone, and a special shout out to those of you who are receiving awards. We are extremely proud of all of you. Dr. Bill Pettit, the Provost and Senior Associate Dean at the OSU Center for Health Sciences, also has some remarks to share with you.
Thank you, Dr. Strum. I'd like to echo her remarks that graduation is indeed one of our favorite times of the year. As I serve as a faculty member and administration, it's personally very gratifying to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work with this evening's banquet and then tomorrow at Saturday's graduation ceremony. We have the award selection committee that met to determine this evening's award recipients. It was a challenging task for them. We have a number of outstanding students and scholars in each of our programs. Drilling down to just a few was tough for that committee. I want to be mindful that you'd rather spend time with your family and each other and with your family and friends than hear us talk all night. But please know that from my part, I am very proud of each and every one of you. We look forward to hearing about your future accomplishments and successes in the coming years. And so congratulations. I'd now like to invite our friend Cheryl Tucker, Vice Provost and Dean of the Graduate College, to the podium. Dr. Tucker.
Thank you, Dr. Pettit. As we celebrate your accomplishments today, I hope you will reflect on your successes. For it's those same principles and ideals that you applied to earning your graduate degree that will continue to serve you very well in your careers as you go forward. From that intellectual curiosity to your creativity and hard work and dedication to persistence and resiliency. With your advanced degree, you will be leaders in your field, whether it be your healthcare administration areas, forensic science, biomedical sciences, Master of Public Health, all of these areas, athletic training, you are the leaders of tomorrow. You've demonstrated those outstanding capabilities, and we're here to recognize you for those this evening. As OSU's Chief Academic Officer for Graduate Education, I really love my job in this time of year because it's the incredible people that we get to work with and have the opportunity to work with you as students every day. So on behalf of my colleagues, from administrators to faculty and staff, we're really delighted that we had the opportunity to facilitate your success. And we hope that you will think about us as you move forward as are there ways that we can help you to continue to be successful in your careers. As you leave us for those next steps in your lives, we want to thank you for sharing your time and your talent with the OSU family and those communities that we serve. So on behalf of the OSU graduate faculty, it's really been a privilege to work with you. We take great vicarious pride in your current and continued success.
I would now like to take this time to introduce to you Dr. Susan Steele, President of the Alumni Association. Dr. Steele?
Thank you for letting me be here. Just wanted to say good evening to all the future graduates of Oklahoma State University Center for Health Science. Graduate programs of, let's see it, Biomedical Sciences. Where are you? Yeah, okay. Forensic Sciences? Yes, indeed. Healthcare Administration? Oh, we got a little louder there. Okay. And Athletic Training? Okay. All right. Well, it's a wonderful night to celebrate. We're glad you're here. As Dr. Benjamin said, I'm Dr. Susan Steele, and I'm a COM graduate of 1988. I'm also on faculty, and I'm here tonight as the president of the OSU CHS Alumni Association. And I would like to congratulate you on behalf of our board on this next new exciting chapter in your life. There is such a quality and strength in these outstanding graduate programs and research activities here at CHS, and it's noted by the various awards and recognitions you're going to be giving tonight. And of note, I've heard that the Healthcare Administration Master's Program was listed 15th in the nation. The Forensic Psych program was, Forensic Psych program was 6th in the nation. Very nice. Athletic Training program had a 100% board passage rate today. Yeah. Okay. And I think the Forensic Sciences Department got their 4-year accreditation just recently, so that's awesome too. So it's amazing. Okay, so you all have made a major commitment in your chosen course of graduate education, and after a lot of study and stress and sacrifice, you are here and you have made it. I'm so proud of you, and I know your families are proud of you, and you wouldn't have been able to do it without them either. So hopefully you're proud of yourself as well for what you've accomplished. Yesterday morning we had a breakfast, and I hope some of you were able to come. We were glad to give you a commemorative gift, and in addition to that, this is awesome. You're going to be receiving your first year membership free of charge. Okay? So you're wondering what's the benefit of that? Well, there's discount athletic tickets. You get the state magazine. There's other places in Stillwater and Tulsa that you get some discounts from that. But we hope that you will continue to join us to renew your membership every year and maybe even purchase a life membership. This is going to help us continue to provide our scholarship programs, support to student clubs, emergency student loan programs, and fund receptions at state and national conventions. And lastly, we just want to hear from you. We want to stay connected with you. There's a website called Orange Connection, and we'd like for you to get on there, and there's all kinds of information about OSU alumni. We want to hear about your accomplishments and your milestones, exciting news. We just want to highlight your stories in the magazine and on social media. So Darren Tyson is our interim director. You can get in touch with Darren. And we've just been honored to help support you during your graduate studies, and we look forward to continuing that support for many years to come. And so welcome to the family of OSU CHS alumni, Oklahoma State University, and congratulations to all of you.
This is the part that I like the best out of our program, because we get to hear from graduate students and get a little bit of their perspective of what they liked about their graduate program and what they saw was going on that they really enjoyed in it. And people that don't know what goes on in athletic training or healthcare administration, they get a flavor for what other graduate students were going through. So, first student we'd like to come up is Dylan Gibson, and he's from athletic training.
Well, good evening. Again, my name is Dylan Gibson. I'm one of the athletic training students graduating this week. I'd like to share a little bit tonight with you about my experience with the program, and then I'll finish with a few words of encouragement for those of us graduating. I really took advantage of the opportunity we had and the freedom we had to choose our clinical rotation sites at OSU, so I was able to get experience in a variety of different settings. I spent time at a large high school in the Oklahoma City area. I then went to an outpatient rehabilitation setting It was at a PT clinic. I then spent time at Mercy Hospital doing my gen med rotation. Last fall, I spent 8 weeks with the OKC Energy FC soccer team. And then this spring, I finished up at Oklahoma Christian University. I got the chance to spend a couple of months, like I said, last fall with the OKC Energy soccer team. And this was the most exciting and most memorable rotation I think I had. It was during this rotation that I decided to leave the traditional student role that I had been in previous rotations. To me, this typical student role was most comfortable, as I could just rely on my preceptor's instruction and direction and not really have to think on my own feet, so to say. Being with the Energy, I wanted to make a good impression. So I unofficially assigned myself to the assistant athletic trainer position. My goal here was to evaluate and predict the needs of the athletes and the team and to act first on my own without hearing from my preceptor first. I tried to operate here as though I was an employee of the team and not just a student. It was during this rotation that I really began to develop my sense of autonomy and independence. This was an excellent opportunity, and I think I enjoyed it so much because of the level of competition of the professional athletes. I also got the chance to spend time with the SLC, this is the Student Leadership Council, which was a great opportunity to volunteer and get leadership experience. During this time, I worked directly alongside with other athletic training students from across the state, and also the executive board members of the Oklahoma Athletic Trainers Association. The SLC also significantly expanded my professional network, which will surely benefit me in the future. I want to encourage each one of us to get involved in our chosen professions, whether it's at the state level, the national level, or somewhere in between. Let us not sit back and hope that other people will do what needs to be done, but let us be the change we want to see in our professions and in the world. I'd like to finish with a couple of quotes that I heard last month that really spoke out to me, and these are both from Barbara Bush. And the first one, she said, "Never lose sight of the fact that the most important yardstick of your success will be how you treat other people, your family, friends, and coworkers, and even strangers you meet along the way." The second quote, she said, "At the end of your life, you will never regret not having passed one more test, not winning one more verdict, or not closing one more deal. You'll regret time not spent with your husband, a friend, a child, or a parent." Thanks, and that's all I have for tonight.
Thank you, Dylan. Next student we'd like to invite up is Kathleen Ollis, and she is from Biomedical Sciences.
Okay, so I'm going to have a moment of honesty with you guys. You know when you walk in to take a test and you look at the first question, you're like, I studied the complete wrong thing? So the vibe I got of what I was supposed to talk about tonight is a little bit different than what I just heard and what Dr. Benjamin was saying. So I'm going to kind of go off script and wing it a little bit with you guys. So track with me. I hope it turns out okay. So I am one of, I think, 4 graduating PhD students this year. So shout out to the PhDs. And we have several friends joining us getting their masters this year in the Biomedical Sciences program. So the name Biomedical Sciences sounds a little bit nebulous, and I kind of made a little bit of a list of a few of the kind of things that we work on in the Biomedical Sciences program. So let me read off some of the things I had thought of about Biomedical Sciences. We do research in things like probiotics, antibiotics, estrogen, evolution, cancer, social behavior, chronic pain, neuroinflammation, gut inflammation, urinary tract infections, cystic fibrosis. I could go on all night. The big idea here being there's a lot of stuff happening in biomedical sciences. So when you come into this field and you're trying to figure out what you'd like to do, one of the most important things is picking a good research mentor. And I'm so grateful for the support that I had from my PI, from all of my committee members, all of the faculty here at OSU Center for Health Sciences have been super supportive of all of us in our program. I know it's true of faculty in all of the programs. So one of the greatest things I'm going to take with me leaving OSU is the relationships I built with my mentors. The next thing I'm going to take with me is all my fun research memories. So all my fellow biomedical sciences students, we know what it's like to be in the lab a whole lot more than you'd like to be. And we know what it's like to do an experiment way too many times. The joke that I had previously written for the script that I had to toss, because I studied for the wrong test, was that we do all the same stuff that TV scientists do, except when we do it, it takes 3 times longer, and we have to have at least 3 replicates. So that's kind of what my research story is like, doing things over and over and over again. But at the end of the day, you learn a lot and you grow a lot from it. And for any of my friends who work with prairie voles, you get bit a lot too, right? So it's just kind of a hazard of the job. The last thing that I want to mention, for all of my biomedical sciences friends, we're finishing up theses and dissertations. Just a little word of encouragement for you. You may have spent the last 2, 3, 4, or in my case 5 years working on your degree, and your data may all come back with p-values that are greater than 0.05. And that could make it all feel like it was insignificant, right? But everything that we've done is not insignificant. We are contributing to the future of the best practices in medicine, and we are building what we might call the foundation of the future of medicine. And no, I'm not specifically talking about the foundations classes, but hey, we all know, right, as biomedical science students, those classes are really important, right? So thank you for tracking with me.
Thank you, Kathleen. Our next student is from Forensic Sciences, Julie Shelton Anderson.
So Murphy's Law would dictate that I would lose my voice 2 days before I have to give an important speech. So it's a little more healed now, but if it doesn't work out, I do actually have some interpretive dance planned with my mom, dad, and husband over here. Not really. Okay. Good evening, friends, family, and esteemed colleagues. I want to thank you for joining us on a very important evening for the forensic science graduates and the other graduates here with us. I feel it an honor that I was chosen to speak on behalf of this extraordinary group of emerging scientists. I didn't come about my path as naturally as some of my fellow graduates. I had a bachelor's of fine arts from Oklahoma State University, and I had been a graphic designer for 13 years. I had grown increasingly exhausted with my chosen career, and I knew I had to make a change that would be fulfilling. I knew that the field of science was my other strong suit, having come from 2 parents who both hold Masters of Science degrees from Oklahoma State University. So we bleed orange quite a bit in this family. They had, after all, instilled a great curiosity, pragmatism, and just a little bit of skepticism in their daughters. After much research, heartfelt discussions with my wonderful and supportive husband, Tom, and my inspiring parents, I decided to take the plunge into achieving a Master's of Science in Forensic Science, knowing I wouldn't graduate until I was almost 40 years old. That decision, along with the further decision to continue on when we were blessedly surprised with our daughter in the middle of my education, was the best decision I ever made. Little did I know that I was entering into a program that was so exceptional in its curriculum and staffed with the top brass of forensic scientists in the country. I would also quickly learn that this program is designed to be tough to the point of almost making us crack. Forensic science is not for the faint of heart, and any professional will tell you their tipping point stories. But we all know that that type of challenge is what creates the best of the best, the types of minds that will change the world in a positive way. This program would lead me to work with and be inspired by some of the most brilliant minds I've ever met. These minds produce novel ideas on an almost daily basis. These minds never allowed any leeway for even tiny fissures to develop into those devious cracks. Those colleagues are ones that have graduated before us and ones that sit with us here tonight. To name but a few, Kelsey, Chelsea, Austin, Lieutenant Frank Reagans, Karen, Captain Jason Morrison, Tierney, Jessica, Kylene, Devin, Nicole, 2 amazing Katies, 2 amazing Emilys, 2 amazing Megans, and a Sydney who keeps us all running smoothly when we forget how to turn on our computers. These are my peers, these are my colleagues, and these are the scientists before you that will not take the cracks that threaten them, but make the cracks in the systemic problems we face in criminal justice today. Thank you, Dr. Thrasher, Dr. Allen, Dr. Payton, Dr. Wagner, John Frucci, Tom Gersbeck, Aaron Christensen, Sarah Vizza, Penelope Carr, and the rest of the Oklahoma State University School of Forensic Sciences professors, instructors, adjunct faculty, and staff members for believing in us, pushing us harder, expecting nothing short of perfection with critical observation and analysis, and never allowing us to crack. I want to close with deep gratitude by imparting to you the most inspiring piece of advice I gained in my time as a forensic science graduate student. This bit of advice was provided by a man who never allowed me to crack, especially when I was attempting to continue my education as a stressed out new mother. He knows who he is. I hope you remember it tonight when you leave here. I can assure you I will never forget it. Don't sweat the small stuff. And trust me, it's all small stuff. Thank you for your time. I'm proud of each and every one of the graduates with us this evening. And finally, go Bows.
Thank you, Julie. And our next student is from Healthcare Administration, Kushali Raval.
Okay. Check, 1, 2, 3. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and especially the graduating class of 2018. Okay, coming from a developing country like India and a family that could only dream of obtaining a master's degree overseas internationally was only a dream until this very moment and until the coming Saturday. And I have my family, mom and dad, hello, who are here to witness this moment, this dream, this surreal moment come true. And this would not be without the fantastic faculty here at OSU HCA. That is Dr. Hess, Dr. Miller, and the entire amazing staff that we have at our Tulsa campus. So I was given 2 minutes to sum up my journey of 2 years here. It's a little bit difficult, but I'm going to try. So here are 3 things I absolutely love about the HCA program here. Number 1, the faculty and staff. They are humble, admirable, extremely friendly, and approachable. The open door policy has made it possible for me to resolve the numerous queries I have at all times and obtain personal counseling as well as mentoring for my career. No appointments required. Show up and there you are. You have your professors joking about with you, sharing real life experiences with you, telling you what to do, what you can do going ahead. I would not want to do this degree any other place else. I am happy to be here, and this is where I am. Fantastic. 2, faculty once again, and this time is because of their phenomenal acumen in the field of healthcare. I say this because my teachers have been CEOs, CFOs, doctors who have worked with international health programs overseas. So what we learn in class is problem solving in real time and assignments that are concepts implementation. It only gets better when you have the best of the best people in the field teaching you this. 3rd and last, the HCA program is designed in such a manner that the entire focus is on student needs, and everything they would require to excel in this program. And I say this because as an international student, I was not the most tech savvy, but knowing that I can access the entire lecture sitting at my house overseas online with audio and video, I think I can do this. And I made a new friend today, Ashlyn, who flew all the way from Georgia. Another example of how flexible and accommodating this program is to student needs. And so many of my fellow classmates are actually full-time working individuals who understand, who have other requirements, have other priorities. But the teachers here strive so hard to make it possible to accommodate classwork along with your 40-hour job that you have. This is possible, and it would not be without, once again, Dr. Hess, Dr. Miller, Dr. Call, Dr. Varghese, Dr. Agrawal. This has been a terrific journey. So, what have I learned from here? 2 things. 1, I discovered the field I'm most passionate about, compliance, ethics, and global health problems. That is the field I want to work in for the rest of my life. 2, my armor has now been forged with this wealth of knowledge as well as confidence to go ahead and face the challenges, the imminent challenges that lay ahead in my path. And lastly, and not least, what do I have next for me? I'm moving to California to work as a program coordinator very soon, and that would not be without the team, the fantastic team here, and their dedication for each and every student. Thank you, OSU, and go Pokes!
Thank you, Kashali. All right, now we'd like to move ahead and present some awards to students from different graduate programs. I would like to invite Dr. Jennifer Volberding to come up to the podium and present the Outstanding Graduate Student Award for Athletic Training.
It's my honor to represent our department, our faculty, and our staff, and announce that we are awarding Matthew Furley the Outstanding Graduate Student Award for the Athletic Training Department. Unfortunately, Matthew wasn't able to be here today, so I'll accept it on his behalf.
Now I'd like to invite Dr. Nidra Wilson to come up and present the Outstanding Graduate Student Award for Biomedical Sciences.
It also gives me great honor as the chair of the BSGC to present our award to one of our outstanding graduate students. So every year we solicit nominations from our graduate faculty who nominate their students. This year it was almost a 3-way tie. It was extremely competitive, and Sherry Kaur, you won by 1 vote. So come on up. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm right in front of the mic.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Thank you.
I'd now like to invite Dr. Robert Allen to come up to the podium and present the Chairman's Award for Outstanding Forensic Sciences Student.
Thank you very much, Bruce. The Chairman's Award is for an outstanding student in the School of Forensic Sciences, one who goes over and above all the other excellent students that walk the halls of our school. This year's awardee, Tierney Mullaney, please come up, accept your award. Tierney was president this year of our forensic student organization and did yeoman's work with our outreach programs with area colleges and high schools. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'd now like to invite Dr. John Ferrucci to come to the podium to present the outstanding contribution to the School of Forensic Sciences Arson and Explosive Investigation Program.
Good evening, everybody. This person is somebody I know for over 20 years. I've worked with on many cases. Jim Lyle of the FBI. He's a special agent bomb tech from New York. Before that, he was with the NYPD and then Army. He is an excellent person, an excellent student, an excellent professional, and a true patriot, and has taught me a lot throughout my career. And I truly appreciate what he's done for our program, the research that he's done on behalf of the FBI, and I'll accept this on behalf of him, and he will be here on Saturday for graduation, so thank you.
And now I'd like to invite Dr. Jim Hess to come to the podium and present the Outstanding Graduate Student Award for Healthcare Administration.
Thank you, Dr. Benjamin. I want to give you a little background about this person because this award is so well deserved that I was almost speechless, which is unusual for me, about what I would say about this person. This person came to this country and came to our campus knowing no one, to pursue a dream. And he started off as our student in healthcare administration and became a graduate assistant and won the hearts of everyone that he encountered. But he's also earned a degree in biomedical sciences at the same time that he was working on a healthcare administration degree. And if that weren't enough, he decided that he wanted to become a doctor of osteopathic medicine. So this fall, he will be entering the class to become an osteopathic physician. So it's with great honor that I tell you that this is what the American dream and coming to this country is all about. This person is the epitome of what immigration is all about in our country. So without any further ado, I hope that you'll join me in honoring the 2018 recipient of the Outstanding Student Award in Healthcare Administration, Mr. Otomi Adewomi.
That concludes the formal part of our program. We've got wonderful graduate students. We've got wonderful programs. It's inspiring to be on the faculty and work with the students, and it's inspiring to see where they're going and what they're going to do and what they're going to become. So with that, we'll close the formal part of the program, and I will see everybody on Saturday at graduation. Thank you.